What schools miss teaching students about when it comes to money? Sure, schools are about learning. Schools teach you how to read, count, and talk. And of course, as you grow older and take the next level of education, you will learn more difficult and complex things. But how come is that nearly 40% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck despite having a 6-digit annual income? And that 8 out of 10 Americans have one form of debt. One major cause of this is a lack of financial literacy. Schools indeed teach a lot of things, but they lack one common area everyone should know about. It is about money. So, in this video, we will share with you what schools miss teaching students about when it comes to money. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Money in Mind, a fun and friendly channel that will bring you high-quality financial advice towards happiness and success. Now, let's hop right in. Lesson 1. What do you mean by the word money? How important is it? Money is like an instrument. Before money even existed, the way people have their wants is by trading or exchanging. Let us say you want to exchange your bread for 3 eggs. Although you might want the bread, do you think those 3 eggs are the same worth as the bread? The bread can probably have more or less worth. Then, this is when money comes in. Money is used as an instrument, medium, or tool in paying for goods and services. So, that's just it? Then, can I give any amount of money to get the thing I need? Of course not. That is why there is a thing called value. One way to express the value of something is through the use of money. The value of something changes depending on the situation of the economy or market. So by now, you probably realize money is really important and needed. It is really lucky to be rich. Well, indeed, rich people are advantageous when it comes to getting their needs. There are times when rich people are shamed for having a lot of money without even knowing how hard they have worked to earn that money. There is this famous saying, money is the root of all evil. Do you agree? Some will do everything just to earn money doing heinous crimes like being ordered to kill someone. Is still money the root of evil? Isn't it the one who ordered the heinous crime? Money opens up different alternatives and solutions, yet the final choice is still up to you. So, how does money affect people who live paycheck to paycheck or people who are in debt? To answer that question, think about this follow-up question. What is money to me? Lesson 2. Creation versus utilization. In life, there are only 2 main things you can do with money. It is you create money, then you consume it. Creating money is when you earn or acquire money like working, while utilizing money is when you use your money to buy or pay for bills and needs. For people who live paycheck to paycheck and in debt, money just passes by and doesn't even stay. You will be able to determine what money is to you or what relationship you have with money by knowing the balance between your creation versus consumption of your money. Creation versus utilization is like the yin-yang. They are 2 different things that are meant to complement each other and are inseparable. It is important to know that they should be dependent on each other. A way to know if there is balance is by knowing the net worth of a person, determining all the money you earned in life and how much you left unspent. For people struggling with money, as mentioned earlier, there is no balance. The 2 do not complement each other. Most of the time, the issue is always the utilization. Even when a person earns 6 digits yearly, when he or she utilizes funds improperly, Producing more doesn't matter, and utilization will always be the problem. Lesson 3. The Money Trap. Just like the mouse trap, a money trap is the same. Some may think that a money trap is impossible to get into. Yet, you never know when you will get trapped. A person who is money trapped has a bad relationship with money. Having a bad relationship with money is when money just disappears in a blink of an eye. You know you are trapped when something unexpected happened or a financial crisis has occurred. This can be a health emergency, losing a job, a failing business, and falling into debt. Once you are trapped, it is hard to find a way out. This can even damage your mental stability. Having a job is a necessity, and working extra hours is needed just to address your financial crisis. Is there a solution? It is maybe hard to find a way out, but there is a way. You do not need to keep living in a situation like that. First, know your true relationship with money. List and know your expenses. It may be rent, utility, groceries, food, entertainment, and many more. You need to know where your money goes. It is hard to see your money going to unnecessary or negative spending. That is why you want to avoid noticing it. An example is when you spend on a brand new shoe. You feel good having a new shoe, yet at the same time, you feel guilty spending on a new shoe when you have a perfectly fixed shoe. You must face it head on. Second, know how to control. After you are done knowing and listing your expenses, it is time to determine how much you need to spend on each. Categorize which one is the most to least important. It is a way to know what is not necessary and reduce your expenses so that you won't be able to live above your means. Living above your means is spending what you cannot afford, therefore can lead you to debt. Living below your means will be able to have a surplus of funds that can be put into good use like savings or investments. Third, emergency funds are a must. Before using and allocating your money to other places, you must make sure you have an emergency fund. The recommended is 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. And of course, saving up for your emergency funds comes with sacrifices. It is living below your means. Stop living a type of lifestyle you cannot sustain. Prevent yourself from keeping up with trends or bandwagoning. Do not fear missing out. Stop trying to impress others. Like when someone buys the new iPhone, you also buy one. When someone buys a new luxury bag, you also buy one. You can impress and keep up with others, yet you are hurting yourself financially. You should focus on saving more money and having a good relationship with money. Having a good relationship with money means you can handle your money properly. Last lesson, the art of creating money. Creation is much harder than utilizing your money. Being a frugal person is one way to retire early. It doesn't mean that because utilizing money is much harder, creating money is impossible. Being a 9-to-5 job worker doesn't stop there. Even when working, you can still find more ways to earn more money. Know your capability. When you can identify your capability, you will know what you can do and your reach. Follow and work with what you want or love. It doesn't matter if it doesn't pay well. Put first your hard work, and surely the rewards will follow. Another way is starting a business. A business can earn money 24/7, 365 days a year. You can hire people to do the work for you. In reality, everyone is stuck in a mousetrap. It doesn't matter who has the fanciest mousetrap. It is about the first one who gets out alive and survives. And there you have it. What schools miss teaching students about when it comes to money? What can you say about this video? Comment your thoughts down below, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to Money in Mind if you haven't yet. Stay tuned as we've got more content on financial advice coming very soon. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.